At Mountain View Nissan of Cleveland. We're live on the radio right now. Also, we're coming in on mixtv.tv, a good friend of mine that I always enjoy talking with, always has such a smile on her face and does so many good things for children really around the world. You have to know that I'm talking about Christy Williams with Operation Christmas Child. I know it's mid-August. Yes. But it's time to talk about that, isn't it, Christy?
Time. Gearing up, cranking up. First of all, I want to say what a great year we had last year. Our local goal last year was 30,800, and we packed 32,412, 6 tractor trailers at First Baptist. So it was awesome. And the global goal was 9.7 million worldwide. Yeah. And we got 10.5 million. So praise God for that. And we want to keep that momentum going. Absolutely.
Yeah. You just said those numbers, and I just got cold chills on my body because we know when these shoe boxes is what we're going to get into all of this here in just a second. But when these shoe boxes go out, it's a ministry. Mm-hmm. And so 10 million
10.5.
10.5. Let's don't short ourselves.
Right.
10.5 million children, families, because we kind of got to get that because the families are reached by these as well, were reached last year because of shoe boxes.
Exactly. And another nice fact to know is before the war started in Ukraine, over 660,000 shoe boxes were delivered to Ukraine, and over 440,000 already been distributed. They are still distributing. They're now working at the refugee centers and getting out the shoe boxes. And First Baptist, you could follow your box. You could track and find out where it goes. You can include an email. First Baptist, our boxes, we have gotten multiple emails from Ukrainian children thanking us for the boxes, and sad emails about, the war and how they had to leave their homes. So those boxes get there.
They do. Again, we're speaking with Christy Williams, Operation Christmas Child. And I think that's where I would like to start, Christy. You gave us a great intro. But when we say Operation Christmas Child, this is not a Christmas gift. It's not like where they just send them out like we do a lot of things around the holidays. We give out Christmas things, and then boom, it's over with. This is really a year-long process, isn't it?
Yes, we focus on Christmas. Of course, the boxes are collected. We want them before Thanksgiving that Monday, and they distribute the boxes all year round. So they may get it close to December or close to Christmas, but they may get it in July.
Right.
So you just don't know, but it's a year-round project, and I'm part of the year-round team, so we just work on it a little at a time, keeping it in people's minds in the forefront of this is what we're doing. A lot of people don't know the total impact of the boxes, but it is something that happens all year round.
Another thing I want to mention right now, then we're going to let you really give us some great details, is that right now when you come in, this is such a good time because everybody has already went and got their back-to-school supplies, and a lot of retailers right now that overstocked, they're like, hey, let's get rid of this stuff. We're going to sell it for pennies on the dollar.
Yes.
So this is the time to go to those discount retailers and find this stuff dirt cheap that you can put in these boxes. Am I right?
Yes, this is the best time. And actually, if you don't get your school supplies now for your shoe boxes, they're hard to come by, or at least at a decent price in November.
All right.
So this is the time, and I've even heard of some other big retailers having some major clearances on clothing items. Just they're overstocked.
Right.
So, and of course, you can include clothing items inside the shoe box. So always hit the clearance rack. Whenever I go shopping, I hit the clearance racks or clearance sections. You never know what you'll find. And you do that little bit of that all throughout the year. When it's time to pack your boxes in November, you're ready to go.
Ready to go. All right, so let's go ahead and break it down, no pun intended there. So let's go ahead and start from the beginning. We've kind of done the introduction of what we're looking for and what it's all about. How do people get involved?
It's so easy. Anybody could pack a shoebox. You could grab a shoebox from your closet, or you could pick up one of those plastic container shoeboxes at a retailer. And basically, there's 3 categories of items we want: school supplies, hygiene items, and toys. A hygiene item being a bar soap, a washcloth, a comb, a toothbrush. No liquids whatsoever, please. No liquids. School supplies, anything that your child can use at school, they can use, except for liquid glue. They can use glue sticks. So those are really important because many children can't go to school unless they have the supplies and they can't afford them. You could even get a single subject spiral bound notebook into a shoebox. So you put it on the binding side and it'll flop over and it fits perfectly.
Right.
And then what we call the wow items, the toys, a baby doll, a yo-yo, a soccer ball, and a pump. You deflate the soccer ball, put the pump inside so that child can have that soccer ball. Stuffed animals, jump ropes. There's just things, all, small toys and then the major toys. Stuffed animals are really universal and great. Beanie Babies. Beanie Babies are great to put in those shoe boxes.
Yeah.
So, and anything in between, like silverware, stainless steel silverware, not a full set, but maybe a big spoon or a fork. Plastic cups, not the disposable solo cups from your party, but the stadium cups,
Gotcha.
That you get. Even if you have printing on them, it's okay as long as it's not anything inappropriate.
Sure.
Gallon-size Ziploc bags, you could put those in there and put the toothbrush in there if you'd like, because they could use it to store food or carry water. Umbrellas, battery-powered. I like to get the hand crank flashlights.
Right.
They're really awesome because those kids, some of them, they have no light in their villages or whatever, and you get one of those hand crank ones, doesn't require batteries. And it's just awesome for them to have things like that. Like I said, an umbrella. Toothbrushes are so important because
you mention that every year.
Yeah, they may, in orphanages, they share those with multiple children. So we don't want to do that.
Think about that.
No, we
have
don't.
not one thought about going into our bathrooms in the mornings and brushing our teeth with probably, if a family shared a bathroom, 5 or 6 toothbrushes in a holder, and you've got villages sharing one, which we wouldn't do that even in our own home, but they do that there because they have no choice.
They have no choice. Right.
So these are the type things that we're asking for. We would like to present this to you early enough in the season to where, like Christy just said, you could take advantage of sales. You may not even think about it, but when you walk into those box stores over the next few months, to say, that's pack of pencils. They're 15 cents now. They're on sale. Pick them up. Spiral notebooks. Some of those wow factors that you mentioned. You don't have to go in and spend the whole $25-$30 at one time. Because I'm just using that as a round number. That seems to be something around that price range if you pack it properly. And so it's one of those things, you just pick it up, $3 here, $2 there, you don't even know you've done it. And by the time we get ready to bring all these things to First Baptist, we're going to get into in a minute, you've got your shoebox packed, don't even really know you've done anything, but you're helping another child somewhere around the world that will never, ever. Austin Chadwick's got some pictures up on Mix TV right now of those children receiving those shoe boxes. And it is amazing, not only the smiles that what's in that box brings to the children, but Christy, now I want you to tell me about the message, the ministerial side of this. Walk me through that, because that's just as equally important, if not more important.
Yes, it is, because we call these GO boxes, G-O, for gospel opportunities. Every shoebox is presented with the gospel. There's a little booklet on top of the box in their language, and that's 11 stories about Jesus from the Gospel of John. And when they do a normal distribution, what they will do is these kids will come to an event, they will hear the gospel there at the event, and then they will tie it with, well, because Jesus loves you, God loves you and gave his gift, Jesus Christ, we have a gift for you. And so then they get the shoebox, and then they get invited to come back to a 12-week discipleship program called The Greatest Journey, where they could learn to grow their faith and share their faith, and they get a certificate when they complete that program and get a New Testament in their language. So we have some great opportunities coming up, too, that I'd like to share if we have a minute.
Let's go ahead and dive right in. You just keep right on talking.
All right. So the 26th of August, Friday, there's 2 events where we're going to have a shoebox recipient from Ukraine share her story.
From Ukraine.
From Ukraine.
Wow.
These events are free. There's going to be one in the morning at East Denali Baptist Church. It's from 9 till 11. And then there's going to be one at the Vale Senior Center, Senior Living, across from First Baptist, on the same day at noon. Okay, it's totally free, but we do need you to register for these events. And so she's going to share her story. So you're going to hear firsthand how these shoeboxes impacted her. She was dropped off in an orphanage in Ukraine at age 7. She was adopted in the United States at 13. So she's very passionate about this ministry. And then we have a project leader workshop coming up that we do every year. So this is for maybe groups who already, or people who already organize shoebox packing parties or whatever, whether it's their business or their church or their community group, their clubs or whatever. So this is just to kind of learn, get ministry updates, to get more informed about what they can do and how they could impact and increase their shoe boxes. Or for anyone who maybe thinks they want to just learn more, you're not required, there's no obligation. You just come learn and hear and network with other project leaders. And that's going to be September 10th at Union McMinn Baptist in Nyota, Tennessee. It's from 10 to 12. So again, basically all these events are free, and you could register. You could go to our Facebook page, which is OCC-TN Valley. That's our area team, OCC-TN Valley, and you'll see the events. You click on it, and you can register for any of these events. Or you could go to the Samaritan's Purse website, SamaritansPurse.org/OCC. Go to events, put in your zip code, and that will you maneuver around, and you can see these 3 events that are coming up real soon.
Again, Christy Williams is here talking with us about Operation Christmas Child. Yes, it's mid-August, but this takes a little time to get over 10 million boxes packed and shipped. Mm-hmm. That takes a lot of effort and a lot of work, a lot of volunteers and people helping out. So we've got to get organized now. Again, the thing that I would recommend is start picking up those little items that you could put in those shoe boxes while you go to the box stores, as you're doing anyway. See the clearance items, as Christy mentioned, and definitely think about, and I say put some thought into it. Don't just say, I'm going to put this, and this. Take your kids with you. Let them see what you're doing. Let them know that there's other children across the world that just doesn't seem to have the same luck that we have, the same blessings that we have here in the United States and other parts of the world, and let them just be a part of it. If they don't pick out the stuff, at least let them know what's going on. Because you never know when you're starting a tradition that will just carry over from them, and then as they become adults, they carry it on, and that's what it's all about.
Yes, absolutely. It's great to take your children or grandchildren with you, and it's a good giving lesson.
It is.
So you say, I want this. You know how kids are. I want. And so well, we're going to give this to a child who's never had a toy.
Right.
Who doesn't even maybe know what this is. They may not know what a jump rope is or a yo-yo. Yeah, and we hear that all the time. So we're going to bless a child who's never had a gift, because these shoe boxes, it's one child, one shoe box. They don't go in and repeat the same area over and over. They're very intentional about who they get these shoe boxes to and how they get them out. Samaritan's Purse works with a group of volunteers in these other countries, just like we're a group of volunteers here in the United States that try to coordinate and organize the collection of shoe boxes. They have ministry partners in all these countries that get them out to the children in need.
Okay, so again, we're going to recap here as we get ready to wrap up. So individuals can do this, churches can do this, organization and groups can do this. If people want to be involved, maybe they just want to help. I know that we have days when we get a little bit later into this process. People need to help pack those couple of days. I know that usually the Silver Air Patrol, are they some of the ones that usually come and help you out in the past?
Yes, they do.
Some of the folks from Lee come, and Cleveland State and all other school systems, and doing different things to help with that. You can either be a part of it that way if you can't financially do some other things, or maybe you just want to be a big recipient, not a recipient, but someone that gives in the community. Or you can always go back to the website and look at these items that are needed and just start slowly gathering those together.
And if you need any more information whatsoever about Operation Christmas Child, you could reach me through First Baptist, 709-9100, and just leave a message for Christy Williams, and I'll be happy to answer any questions you may have.
Yeah, and there's never been a question that I've asked Christy about this that she didn't know, because you're just, you live, breathe, eat, and sleep this from about now till pretty much the end of December.
Yes, it's
when it's kind of
up.
wrapped up and the trucks are headed out and doing their thing. So, Christy, thanks for everything that you do for this.
Thank you for your time.
Give me the website one more time, and the place that I can find the items that we need to put in these shoe boxes.
SamaritansPurse.org/OCC is the website for Operation Christmas Child. And then if you want to register for these events, you could also go there, go under events, or you can go to the Tennessee, what did I say it was? Okay, OCC-TN Valley. That's our area team, and that will also connect you to. You could find the website there, and to register for these events coming up.
Okay. Well, we appreciate it. I know we're just kind of getting started. This is kind of our kickoff. You'll be back.
I'll be back.
And we always welcome you to come in. Such an important thing when you think about what has happened in the Ukraine over the past year plus, to know that some of the boxes probably from our area has made its way there to help those young children through devastating times.
Yes.
That should encourage you more than anything else.
Yes, it's very encouraging. Yes, it does.
All right. Well, Christy, thanks so much again. We'll talk to you again soon.
All right. Bye-bye.
All right. We'll take just a quick break. We'll be back. Traffic and weather on the way. Stay with us. Mix 104.1 WCLE.
Listen.